Okay friends, welcome to this video on Saturn in different nakshatras. What results the planet Saturn, the planet of your career, profession, karma. So this planet, what results it's going to give you if it is placed in a certain nakshatra in your horoscope. And I'm talking about your D1 chart or birth chart. Alright, so that particular nakshatra, it has trapped various, past life karmic energies, karmic patterns which are going to play out in your career and profession in this life. All that you will come to know when you decode the nakshatra, when you decode qualities of that nakshatra in which Saturn is placed in your horoscope. So let's get started. Let's have a look at the sample chart. Okay friends, welcome to the sample chart. You can see that this is a chart of a native who is a Leo ascendant. Alright? And this, you can see, this is the Lagna chart, or it's called the D1 chart. Okay, so in this chart, this is essentially your birth chart. So in this particular chart, you have to find out where Saturn, planet Saturn is placed. As you can see that in the case of this particular native, planet Saturn is placed in the 4th house of the chart. This is a North Indian style chart. It's in the 4th house in the sign of Scorpio. Now you have to find out in which nakshatra planet Saturn is placed. For that purpose, you can go to the AstroSage app on your cell phone. You can download that app, alright, and you can have access to the nakshatra in which each of the planets is placed, alright, or you can use any other software on your PC. So in this case, in the case of this particular native, Saturn is in Scorpio in the 4th house, and Saturn is in a certain nakshatra, and that nakshatra is Jyeshtha nakshatra. So for this native, Saturn is placed in Jyeshtha nakshatra, alright, and this particular nakshatra is ruled by Mercury. And what results this particular native is going to get because of Saturn's placement in Jyeshtha. So that is very significant in order to decode things about the native's career or profession. Alright, what karmic patterns are going to play out in their career. In order to know that, it's very essential to know in which nakshatra Saturn is placed. So what will happen if your Saturn is in Mula nakshatra? So what kind of results? Now Mula nakshatra is ruled by planet Ketu, and Saturn, as we know, the planet of discipline, structure, is now entering the nakshatra ruled by Ketu, which signifies depth, which signifies, soul searching, even research, investigation. So that means your career can be connected to any form of research, investigation, to spiritual practices, meditation, yoga, even religious practices, occult, healing. It can be connected to psychology. Now, the Mula nakshatra, the symbol is a bundle of roots, which signifies depth and the origin of something. So if Saturn is in Mula nakshatra, you can be the founder of some organization or company or institution. You can lay the foundation of something which future generations are going to follow. It's possible. And and also the animal symbol of this nakshatra is dog, alright, male dog. That stands for loyalty, alright. So these people, those who have Saturn in Mula nakshatra, they'll be very loyal in their actions also. Again, the nakshatra lord is Ketu. So find out how Ketu is placed in your horoscope. If you have a benefic Ketu, definitely You're going to get wonderful results. You're going to be disciplined, structured in your work. You'll believe in routine work. Okay, and you'll also be loyal. Okay, and trustworthy as a person. You'll always believe in your roots, in your tradition, in your culture. You'll always believe in keeping alive the heritage, even family heritage, your cultural heritage. So you'll keep alive that tradition also. You'll believe in your values, and maybe even if you're doing some business or work, your values will get reflected, even through your work. So all these things, and the deity of Moola Nakshatra is Nirti, the goddess of dissolution and destruction, leading toward renewal through transformation. So yes, career, profession is going to bring about a transformation in your life. It's possible. There can be ups and downs, upheavals, overcoming obstacles. The path is not that easy. The path to success will definitely, involve overcoming a lot of vicissitudes, problems, adversities. And then in the process you get transformed and you ultimately move towards knowledge, even after self-introspection. You connect with your inner self. You gain knowledge, higher knowledge. You do research, investigation. You stick to your routine, you're disciplined, structured. And then finally, you get success, because Ketu is also the flag of victory. So all these things about Saturn and Mula. So professions connected to technology, even doing your family business, something which your forefathers or was done in your family. If you're doing that, keeping the tradition alive, that's also very good for you. And as I said, all professions connected to Ketu, whether it's medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, whether it is a healing, occult, etc., they're all connected to planet Ketu. So yeah, all these things about Saturn and Mula. Now let's move on to Saturn in Purvashadha Nakshatra. This nakshatra is ruled by planet Venus. So your profession definitely can be influenced by Venusian qualities. So you could be connected to the beauty industry, cosmetics. You could be connected to, some fine arts, arts and craft, designing, or you could be connected to the film industry. You could be connected to any sort of artistic or creative field. It's possible. Or you may be in water related business or professions, like you could be in the marine industry. It's possible. All right. You could be into merchant navy, marine industry. So that's also possible, because Venus is connected with waters. Now again, not just that, because Purvashadha, the goddess or deity of this nakshatra, is also Appa or Appas, that is who is the goddess of cosmic waters. So the goddess of the deep waters, cosmic waters. That's why these people, they have a lot of intuition, intuitive power. So they can do very well in any field of research and investigation. Now, we know that Purvashadha Nakshatra falls in Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius is ruled by planet Jupiter. So you could also be into any field of, you could be into teaching, you could be even into healing, you could be into counseling, you could be a very good counselor, teacher, even because the definitely goddess of cosmic waters, they are intuitive, and we have the influence of Venus, Jupiter. So you could be into any sort of healing activities, even spiritual activities. It's possible. And you can be very good counselors, you can be very good managers, advisors, very good advisors. You can also be very good at research, investigation. You will always, you will excel in your career when you always strive towards gaining knowledge, in-depth knowledge, and then you will do very well. These people do very well in research investigation. If there is any sort of investigation, say for example criminal investigation or any kind of investigation, they will be the ones who are going to solve the case, crack the mystery. So they can do that. So because they have great analytical powers, Purvashadha people. Alright, so yeah, so you could be into any career which involves acquiring knowledge, making use of your knowledge, okay, even imparting that knowledge, or making use of your knowledge to heal people, to help people, to solve mysteries. Now, the symbol of this nakshatra is, Purvashadha, the symbol is a fan. So this is connected with, spreading influence. So these people, Purvashadha is called early victory. So early on in life, from early on, they start accepting, facing challenges, obstacles. They have that prowess, that, caliber. And eventually, they will, start. Again, Purvashadha is ruled by Venus. Find out how Venus is placed. If it is more or less in good dignity, you'll be able to overcome obstacles, and finally you'll be able to make sure that you attain victory. Alright? Because it's victory. There's also the nakshatra of victory. You're going to be invincible. It's an invincible star, Purvashadha. So invincibility. You will not, no one can defeat you. Alright? That's possible. And fan, the symbol is that of the fan. Alright, so it's about purification also. Purification. So even maybe going into self-introspection, gaining higher knowledge. Okay, so gaining a knowledge of different realms, and so that also, because it's all about purification. It's about gaining knowledge. It's about even being involved. You could be into spiritual practices, even religious practices. Now, Purvashadha people, they also have great knowledge, as we know. The sign is Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, and they have not just knowledge but healing abilities. So and what else? Animal symbol. Animal symbol of this nakshatra. Again, Purvashadha, the fan symbol, it also is about concealment also. So these people, they are also very good at keeping secrets, at doing secret investigation also. And the animal symbol of this nakshatra, Purvashadha, is the monkey. And it is the male monkey. So that signifies adaptability, cleverness, even trickery. Alright, survival instincts. So you will be very adaptable. You'll be clever. So all these qualities, you'll use your cleverness, you'll use your intelligence, your whatever knowledge, intellectual powers you have, you'll use that in your work, in your profession. So you're going to excel. And you're very adaptable. You also know how to learn from others. You can be imitative also. Though you have a sense of originality also, but you're very quick at learning things, because the symbol is that of the animal symbol is the male monkey. Very clever and very adaptable. Alright, so that's the animal symbol. We've talked about the deity, and so all these qualities you will see. Your profession, your career path, will signify all of that. So that's all about Purvashadha. Now let's move on to the next nakshatra. If Saturn is in, alright, the next one is Uttarashadha. Uttarashadha nakshatra ruled by planet Sun. Okay, planet Sun, the planet of virtue, the planet of light, knowledge, even wisdom. Uttarashadha, even discipline. Alright, and this nakshatra falls in the zodiac, Sagittarius and Capricorn. Alright, so definitely the influence of both Jupiter and Saturn will be there in Uttarashadha, Saturn in Uttarashadha. So Jupiter and Saturn both. So very good at managerial positions, managerial jobs. Very good at, you'll have a great organizational capabilities. So you can be the head of an organization, you can do well in administration, in government sector jobs. You can do well in managerial jobs, as I mentioned. You can be very, very good, planners. You have great planning ability. All right, you have great vision of the future. And you are, if it falls in Sagittarius, you are great knowledge seekers, very optimistic. And nothing can stop you from gaining knowledge, from, following your soul purpose in life. If it's falling in Capricorn, then you are more practical. You're very practical. You believe in results. You believe in achievements. You're very hardworking, grounded, while being intuitive. In both Sagittarius and Capricorn, you can be intuitive, definitely. And all these qualities. Now, the symbol of this nakshatra is the elephant tusk. And Uttarashadha means final victory, later victory. So these people know they will get success later on in life, eventually. Say in around middle age, when they reach that middle age, at that time, they start tasting success, prosperity in life, and they are invincible. They cannot be defeated also. Ultimately, they're going to be victorious. The animal symbol is male mongoose. The symbol is the elephant tusk, which signifies victory. And animal is male mongoose. Male mongoose stands for adaptability, cleverness, their observation capabilities. And also, male mongoose, they stand for the ability to establish rare victory against all odds and obstacles. So these people, Uttarashadha, if you have Saturn in this nakshatra, you will overcome all odds, all obstacles to ensure that finally you are victorious in your endeavors. So these people are simply invincible. Now again, Uttarashadha, find out how your nakshatra lord is Sun. How is Sun placed in your horoscope? That is going to be very important. If Sun is weak, do the remedies for planet Sun. If it is strong, then no one can stop you from becoming successful in life. Now, the deity is the Vishwadevas, the deity of this nakshatra, that is the universal gods, the universal gods of dharma. Okay? So, universal gods of righteousness, virtue and truth and justice. So these people know in their actions, they will always believe in, a sense of justice. They will make sure that they treat others fairly, and they will believe in fair treatment. They expect others also to treat them fairly. So they believe in fairness, they believe in justice, they believe in virtues, holding on to their virtues. They believe in following the path of dharma or righteousness and duty. That is very important for them. Again, if Sun is well placed, generally these people do not deviate from the path of duty. And that sort of commitment, they have towards their profession also. Saturn in Uttarashadha, they are very much committed to their work. They will meet deadlines, they will organize things well. They can do very well in the field of law, governance, law, government sector. They can do very well. They can also be very good counselors and teachers also, definitely. Especially if it's in Sagittarius, very good teachers, very good counselors. If it is in Capricorn, then they can be very good. Sagittarius and Capricorn both, they can do research investigation also. And especially if it is in Capricorn, they'll be very good at managerial jobs. They'll be part of big organizations and they can do very well. In technology also, they can do very well. In Sagittarius, very good in the field of law, in the field of, counseling, teaching, even healing, counselors and teachers. So it depends in which zodiac sign, it's there, whether Sagittarius or Capricorn. But nevertheless, these people, they will make use of their intuition in their work, and they will eventually move ahead overcoming all obstacles to ensure that they become victorious, in all their career endeavors. Now let's move on to the next nakshatra, which is, after Uttarashadha we come to Shravana nakshatra. I think before Uttarashadha I should have covered Shravana. So never mind. So now I'll talk about Shravana nakshatra. Now if you have Saturn in Shravana, that means, Shravana nakshatra is ruled by planet Moon. Alright? Now, so these people, their profession, if it's connected to something creative or artistic, any creative or artistic field, they can be connected to. They can make use of their creative or artistic abilities in their work. It's possible. Shravana nakshatra, the symbol is the ear. So they are very good, they should be rather very good at listening and learning, absorbing things from their atmosphere, environment, all good things, so that they can learn and they can, this is in this life journey, they have come here to learn things so that they can evolve, so that they can, complete the purpose of their existence. So it's very important for them to keep listening and learning and growing. That's very important for Shravana nakshatra. In their career, they will do very well if they keep listening, learning and growing. Now this is, they can be very good podcasters. They can get into podcasting. They can interview people. They can also be people who are in the field of any artistic, creative field, as I mentioned. They can do well there also. Because when you listen carefully, you're able to learn things, grasp things, and then you can exhibit those skills yourself also. So they can have artistic abilities. Now, as far as career is concerned, what else? Now, the deity of this nakshatra is Lord Vishnu, the ultimate preserver, the ultimate protector, and the ultimate, savior, Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu is the deity. So these people, they definitely, they can be virtuous. Okay, they will, again, the Lord of this nakshatra is Moon. Find out how Moon is placed in the horoscope. If it is more or less well placed, they will always, through their actions, they will always want to protect others. Okay, they will definitely have this energy, that protective instinct. So they will protect others. They will nurture others also if Moon is well placed. Now, Saturn and Shravana, what else? Look at the symbol. The symbol I told you, it's the ear. There is one more symbol, 3 footprints. 3 footprints. They are also the symbol of Shravana nakshatra. These footprints, they show that these people, if they follow the path of dharma, after all, Lord Vishnu is the deity, if they follow the path of dharma, they will definitely do well. That means they should believe in righteousness and honesty in their work dealings. When it comes to their work matters or work affairs, they should do everything honestly, with sincerity. And then they will be unstoppably successful. So no one can stop them from becoming victorious and successful. Now, what else? The animal symbol of this nakshatra, Shravana nakshatra, is the, female monkey. Female monkey. So, again, these people, at times they may be a little, they may want to, because they'll keep learning things from others also. They're very good at imitation. So at times they may want to, express their thoughts, and they may get a little talkative also at times. But they will do better in life, in career, if they listen and learn more. So they should listen and learn and grasp and absorb things. Then they will do better. Yes, definitely they can talk, they can communicate, but after gaining knowledge. Okay, that is important. So again, if Moon is well placed, these people they'll be very good learners, imitators, observers, and they'll be able to grasp things, and then they'll be able to very good, so that imitators, so they can do well in any field of arts, fine arts, artistic abilities. They can acquire creative skills, artistic skills. They can have they can be born with certain creative and artistic skills also, and they can execute or apply those skills or make use of those skills in their career. They can make a career out of that. It's possible. Now these people, again, if moon is well placed, they'll be very intuitive in their work also. Now what else? So animal symbol, I told you, very, very clever, again, very clever. So they can do very well in the field of fictional writing. They can do well, okay, or any field of work which involves communication also, they can do well. So any field of work which is connected with communication, because they're very good at networking. They can be good at networking. So any field of work that involves artistic skills, writing, communication, creative writing, so they will do very well. Even journalism. So any field of work associated with communication skills, that's very good for them. They can be very good teachers also, for that matter. They can be good teachers. Shravana, Saturn and Shravana, very good teachers. They have this ability to explain things to people, and because they're good learners, if they're good learners, they'll be good teachers. Alright. Again, if moon is very strongly placed, especially in water signs and all, they can be very good healers also. So yeah, so all these things, and it falls in the zodiac Capricorn. So it falls in Saturn. Saturn is in the zodiac sign which is ruled by Saturn only. So these people, they believe in structure and discipline also, because it falls in Capricorn after all. Okay, they believe in discipline, they believe in structure. They're very goal oriented, focused, on their goals. So they can really, in the long run, they can really be successful in their career. Yeah, so I have covered, Uttarashadha before already. So now I'll move on to the next nakshatra. What if you have Saturn in Dhanishta nakshatra? Dhanishta nakshatra is ruled by planet Mars. Alright. So planet Mars, now, so courage, confidence, bravery. Alright. Very enterprising nature. Okay. So they can move ahead with confidence, with valor. Again, if Mars is well placed, you will get wonderful results if you have Saturn in Dhanishta. Dhanishta nakshatra, the deity of this nakshatra is the Ashtavasus. Ashtavasus, they are the 8 gods of, nature. Or you can say the 8 Vedic elemental gods of nature. Okay? So the Ashtavasus, they stand for harmony, balance that should be maintained in nature. Alright? They also stand for abundance and wealth also. So these people, if again Mars is well placed in the horoscope, they have a powerful Mars, so they'll be very enterprising, they'll take initiative, they'll be very hardworking, disciplined, structured. Then these people, they can, by dint of their work, by dint of their abilities, they'll be able to amass huge wealth, resources in life. Again, Saturn is in the nakshatra of Dhanishta, ruled by Mars. So these people will believe in, acting independently also. So they can do well in independent business. And whatever profession they are into, whether if they're into job also, they will believe in being very disciplined and structured. And they will end up gaining wealth. It's possible. Right? But they will believe in their own efforts always. They usually do not like to lean upon others if Mars is well placed. Now, the symbol of this nakshatra is Dhanishta, is the drum or the flute. It's all musical instruments. So these people, they can be very good at music. They can be lover of music. All right. They, listening to music, exposing themselves to music, or doing music themselves, that could be their favorite pastime also. Again, they could be into any career that involves music, rhythm, beats. Okay? So they can also be artistic and creative. Saturn in Dhanishta Nakshatra, any creative artistic abilities. So not just music, but they could have any other artistic and creative skills. Alright. Now, one more thing associated with the Ashtavasus, the mythological story, that these people know they should always believe in, honesty. That's very important. And they should also, keep their promise, Dhanishta Nakshatra. Then they will excel in their career. In their career or in their professional realm, if they have made certain promises, commitments, they should live up to those commitments. They need to live up to them. Only then they will excel in their career. You make promises, you make commitments, but if you don't live up to them, then there won't be growth in career. So Saturn in Dhanishta, you must remember that. Alright? Yeah. Now, the animal symbol. The animal symbol of Dhanishta Nakshatra is... Alright. The animal symbol. Okay. I will come to that very soon. Let me look at the zodiac. Okay. The zodiac of this nakshatra. It falls in the zodiac Capricorn and Aquarius both. It falls in, first part falls in Capricorn, and then it also falls in Aquarius. And Capricorn, Aquarius both are ruled by Saturn only. So Saturn in Dhanishta, and Dhanishta is ruled by Mars, but it falls in zodiac signs both ruled by Saturn. When it falls in Aquarius, some influence of Rahu, planet Rahu, can also be there. Rahu, the north node of the moon. Yes, the animal symbol is the lion. Animal symbol is the lion. And it is the female lion. Female lion. Alright? So these people, they are very courageous. They have a lot of strength. Alright? So yes, they believe in intensity, valor. So female lion. Alright? So once they set their minds to doing something, if they have a task ahead of them and they know that they have to complete that, they will end up completing that with courage, confidence, and they will take initiative, and that is why they will definitely become prosperous and they can attract wealth and abundance in life because of their career. So yeah, all that about Dhanishta. Yes. Now let's move on to the next nakshatra. What if you have Saturn in Shatabhisha Nakshatra? Shatabhisha Nakshatra is ruled by planet Rahu, the planet of mystery. Alright? So, yeah, now mystery, even the planet of occult knowledge, hidden knowledge, even technology. So if your profession is connected to any of that, even medicines and drugs, all that is also connected to planet Rahu. So if your profession is connected to any sort of research, investigation, it's going to be very good for you. If it's connected to gaining knowledge, because Rahu has the head, and Rahu stands for intellectual power, hunger for more and more knowledge. So if you keep gaining knowledge, do research, investigation, if you're into occult sciences, you will excel in your profession, definitely. You can be very good healers, because Shatabhisha, the term only means 100 physicians. And the symbol is also the 100 physicians drum. That is one of the symbols of the Shatabhisha. The other symbol of Shatabhisha, there is one more symbol of Shatabhisha, the circle, the empty circle, which stands for secrecy, okay? Which also stands for cycles, which are repeated patterns, cycles. And it also stands for secrecy, enclosure, even protection. So all that is associated with Shatabhisha. So these people, they can also be, they will protect their near and dear ones, definitely. Now these people, Saturn in Shatabhisha, they have a very unconventional take on things. They will do their work also in a very unconventional way, because they are, their whole perspective, outlook on things is very unconventional, and that's because Rahu. So they will be able to solve mysteries in a way that no one can even imagine of. It's a very unconventional take and perspective on things they will have. So, but they will, these people, Saturn in Shatabhisha Nakshatra, they can be very intuitive. very intuitive. It falls in Aquarius also. So intellectual powers, all right, they're a class apart. They will just stand out from the crowd. Their way of working is so unique. Their way of dealing with things is very unique. So they can do well in independent business if they're independently dealing with clients into some business. They're into counseling, healing, occult, psychology, or they can also excel in technology, innovation. All right. So all that for Shatabhisha. And Shatabhisha Nakshatra people, they can be very good healers. All right. So, but they can also, it's this circle, no? So they can be very secretive also. They will not let everyone into their circle. Very secretive about their work especially. So whatever work you're doing, if you have Saturn in Shatabhisha, maintain secrecy. Do not reveal things about your work to others. Maintain confidentiality in your work sphere. If you maintain confidentiality, secrecy, you will do well in your career. Alright? Don't let anyone into your circle easily. So it's like that. You have to, and they have great observation powers also. Saturn in Shatabhisha. So observe people, try to, intuitively, connect with them and see if you can trust them. And maintain secrecy and confidentiality about your work. That will enable you to excel in your work and focus on gaining knowledge, coming up with new truths, with hidden truths, do investigation, research, occult, psychology, all that is very good. And healing, especially healing people through medicines, through therapy, that is very good for Saturn in Shatabhisha. The animal symbol. I've talked about the symbol. The animal symbol of Shatabhisha, I think, is the female horse. The female horse. So they like pace, they like movement actually, and they like independence. Shatabhisha people. In their work sphere, they don't like interference from others. They want their independence, they want their space, they want freedom to operate, and then they can move ahead with pace. Okay, pace, and they can be goal oriented and they can move ahead towards their goal, and they don't like others' interference. So they want freedom and they want their independence. That's very important, and that's why they can do very well. If they're working independently, they can do very well. Alright, Saturn in Shatabhisha. Now let's move on to the next nakshatra. The next nakshatra is, of course, Saturn in Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. Purvabhadrapada nakshatra, the deity is, alright, Aja Ekapada, or the one-footed serpent, or the one-footed aspect of Lord Shiva, a mystical form of Lord Rudra, which signifies overcoming obstacles, passing by, or you can say facing all kinds of storms in life, fiery storms. And after those storms, there will be a transformation which is going to come about in their life. They may be stuck in duality also. These people, initially there will be a lot of duality. There will be a lot of confusion, dilemma in their life, whether they should stick to material pursuits, whether they should gain spiritual knowledge, and they should, they can be stuck, between materialism and spirituality. All that duality, okay, can be there. So this is just one binary. They can be various, they'll always, they can be in a dual state of mind, or they can be in dilemma initially in life if Saturn is in Purvabhadrapada, especially regarding their work. Purvabhadrapada nakshatra is ruled by planet Jupiter. If Jupiter is well placed in your horoscope, then definitely these people will excel in their career. Success may come eventually, it may take some time, but it will definitely come if Jupiter is well placed. Alright, it's ruled by Jupiter, so you can get into teaching, healing, in the field of law, you can be even governance, law, all that is very good for you. Now, counseling is very good for you, for that matter, even spiritual practices, religious practices, because Purvabhadrapada, this falls in Aquarius and Pisces. So you could be into any kind of healing practices, occult practices. That's very good for you. And these people, they are very much interested in black magic. I have seen Saturn in Purvabhadrapada. They want to manifest things somehow. I've seen that. Okay, it may not be applicable to all, but in many cases I have seen they have a lot of attraction, or you can say they are drawn to, tantric practices, even black magic. I've seen that. At least they may not practice it themselves. Naturally, everyone may not practice, or everyone may not even go to people who do or practice black magic, but they may be interested at least in knowing things about black magic and tantric practices and all that. So yeah, and here I'm talking about those tantric practices which are connected with black magic also. Now these people, they believe in not always black. They may also believe in white magic, but they will believe in manifesting things magically, miraculously. So they can get drawn towards occult. That is why Saturn in Purvabhadrapada. They themselves also can be occultists, healers. Okay, they can do all of that. And very good at research investigation, whether it is Aquarius, whether it is Pisces. Very good at gaining knowledge and then imparting that knowledge, especially if it's in Pisces. If it's in Aquarius, doing research investigation, coming up with innovation, discovering new truths. Okay, so adding to the reservoir of knowledge regarding a subject that already exists. So by dint of their in-depth knowledge, research, investigation, they will come up with hidden truths. So that is also possible when Saturn is in Purvabhadrapada, if it's in Aquarius. Even if it is in Pisces, they can be very knowledgeable, because if it's falling in Pisces, then it is ruled by Jupiter, the zodiac sign. If it's in Pisces, so they'll be ultimate knowledge seekers. And if it is falling in Aquarius, then the zodiac sign is ruled by Saturn. So, but these people, they will have a very unconventional take on things, because Aquarius energy, so they will never believe in injustice. They will question tradition. They will question everything. They will even go against tradition. They will go against conventional norms to even practice necromancy, black magic and all that. That is also possible if it falls in Aquarius. Even in Pisces also, they can be very secretive, whether Aquarius, whether Pisces, very secretive about their work. And if their work is connected with dealing with hidden forms of knowledge and all, research, investigation, technology, occult, healing, psychology, they will really do well. Healing, teaching. So these are all, besides all religious and spiritual practices I've already mentioned, yoga, meditation, all that also. Now, but yes, there'll be, initially, there'll be confusion. They'll have to overcome obstacles, and then a transformation will come about in their life. And finally, they will figure out, if Jupiter is well placed, then finally they will figure out, what should be their path, career path, and how they should gain knowledge to become successful in their career. They will figure that out. Alright? So, the animal symbol of Purvabhadrapada is the male lion. Yeah, the male lion. So these people, again, that's why they're so courageous, very bold also at times, very courageous. They have strength of mind, confidence. That's why they are not afraid to even, do research in black magic or those forbidden realms of knowledge. They can go and explore those fields of knowledge also, which are otherwise forbidden, even controversial. But if they stick to occult practices, like general occult practices which are meant to benefit humankind, then they will do very well. That's what they should actually do. They should always believe in practicing occult sciences, or they should learn the occult, any occult form of knowledge. They should acquire that knowledge to benefit people. Okay, so that is what they should aim at. So now let's move on to the next nakshatra. I think I've covered everything Yeah, the symbol of Purvabhadrapada Nakshatra is the funeral cot. All right, that is the symbol of this nakshatra. So these people know. So that is why this funeral cot. No, it talks about spiritual realizations. It talks about afterlife also. It talks about the mystery of life and death, the cycle of life and death. So these people, they can be eager to gain spiritual knowledge also. Purvabhadrapada, yes. So self-introspection, gaining spiritual knowledge. And the two-faced man, that is also the symbol of this nakshatra. Two-faced. So they can be dual in nature. Purvabhadrapada. Now let's move on to the next nakshatra, that is Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra. Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra, it falls in the zodiac Pisces. It totally falls in Pisces, which is ruled by Jupiter. A Saturn in Uttarabhadrapada. Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra is again ruled by Saturn only. Okay? So discipline, structure, long-term goals they will set in life. Success may come later on in life. Initially they may have to struggle. There can be confusion initially. They will have to come out of all that confusion, dilemma, and they will have to figure out their life path. These people know they can be very nurturing and caring towards others. They will always think of others first. Whether it is their family, whether it is people with whom they are working, they will think of others' welfare, because the animal symbol is the female cow. Very caring. They will believe in providing others with nourishment. Again, if Saturn is well placed in your horoscope, you will get all these results. Very caring. They will want to provide others with, nourishment. So they always think of others first. But these people know they should learn also how to, from the very beginning itself, they should learn how to focus on themselves. Otherwise, it is very good for them to move into any sort of spiritual path where you are doing charity, where you're into charitable organizations. Then it is good. If you're into spiritual practices, then definitely you have to think of others only. Because spirituality is all about sacrificing your own self and thinking of others. Sacrificing yourself doesn't mean that forgetting yourself, but when you have compassion for others, because you know that everybody, is part of the same divine. So you have compassion for them. That is spirituality, or that is the first step towards spirituality. But at the same time, you are into self-introspection. You want to attain self-realization. So that is spirituality. So these people, they can do very well in spiritual practices. They can get involved in occult practices also. They can be very good astrologers, healers, occultists, teachers, psychologists, even researchers. They can be very well. They can do well in these fields. Now, Saturn in Uttarabhadrapada nakshatra. So these are all promising fields for them. The symbol of this nakshatra is also the serpent. So these people, they are very secretive. Okay. So one symbol of Uttarabhadrapada is the twin beds. Twin beds. Okay. Or you can say the back legs of a cot, or twin beds. That is also. So that also shows when people know that can signify the ultimate relaxation or sleep, or that which even you see, it's after all it's falling in Pisces. So it is talking about even that final sleep and rest also. All right, definitely, where everything is completed, all give and take is over, and you finally want to recline and rest. Okay, reclining. You want to rest and retire in a way. So that is also, so twin beds it can show, and it can also show the back legs of the cot, or even funeral cot. So finally you are resting, and it can show that spiritual transformation that can come about in your life. And the serpent also. Serpent, they stand for hidden wisdom, hidden a knowledge. So these people, they have a lot of hidden knowledge, occult knowledge. So they can excel in the field of occult actually. Saturn in Uttarabhadrapada Nakshatra. So it falls in the zodiac Pisces. So meditation, yoga, spiritual realization, spiritual practices, occult, healing practices, even they can do well in research investigation. And even technology they can do well. So they can do, their work may be connected to investments also. But they have to be disciplined and structured. After all, Uttarabhadrapada is ruled by Saturn only. So, and they should think of others' welfare also. Then they will do well. Whether you are into any business or any sort of work, when you think of others, that, I have to think of others' well-being, then you end up doing good work also. Even if you're an employee in an organization, you have to think of the welfare of those people. You have to think of the welfare of your company. Because your company is, it is providing bread and butter to so many other people. So you're serving the company. So that desire to serve others, that should be there. Whether you're into job, whether you're into business, helping others, being charitable, compassionate, forgiving. So all that will enable you to excel in your profession. Saturn in Uttarabhadrapada. Finally, let's move on to the final nakshatra. If Saturn is in Revati Nakshatra, Revati Nakshatra is ruled by planet Mercury. Now, intellectual powers, intelligence, skills, all kinds of skills, even, professional skills, creative skills, communication skills, artistic skills, they can be very skillful. So, and also because it falls in Pisces, so zodiac Pisces ruled by Jupiter, but they can have artistic abilities, healing powers, even occult practices is good for them. The deity of this nakshatra is Pushan. Okay, deity is Pushan. Pushan is the god of travel. Okay, the god of transport and travel. So that this deity can enable you to travel from one world to another world. Alright, so that is why this Saturn in Revati can show spiritual transformation also. They can also be very good travel guides. Besides getting into spiritual practices and occult practices, they can also be very good travel guides. They can be very good teachers for that matter, because Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Mercury is also there. Revati is ruled by Mercury. So very good teachers, very good, they can have great managerial abilities also. They can do well in the field of law, governance also, administration also. Now, they can do, their profession may be connected to investments, travel, tourism, travel guides. They can be spiritual guides, they can be teachers, showing the path to others. That is their work, because Pushan, the god of travel, travel and transport, helping people to travel from one realm to another, helping even, we are also in the course of a journey, and this soul is in the course of a journey, and it's going to reach a different level. Maybe it's going to, after it leaves the body, its journey will keep continuing, is not it? So that will be, that's a journey of the soul, and it will travel from one body to another. Yes, so that sort of travel, that is why these people they can be interested in astral travel. Okay, but then astral travel and all, even Kundalini awakening and all these things, practices, it should be done under the guidance and surveillance of a master or guru. Don't go to explore alone. Alright, so yes, so these people, spiritual practices, as I mentioned, occult practices, very good for creative artistic fields they can get into. The symbol of this nakshatra is a pair of fish or a fish. Okay, and that again stands for what? Flexibility, even a pair of fish, then duality, even secrecy. Okay, so all that is associated with Revati Nakshatra, Saturn in Revati. So some sort of business, which is work, which is connected to investments, wherein you need to make you maintain confidentiality. Any work which is connected to research, investigation, gaining knowledge, imparting knowledge. So all that is, these are all promising fields, even technology for Revati, even medicine, definitely. Healing people with your knowledge of medicine. So all that. Now, Revati Nakshatra, the animal symbol. The animal symbol is the elephant. Alright? The elephant, the female elephant. So that female elephant is a creature, that has a lot of nurturing energy, protective instinct. It will protect its young ones. It will protect its near and dear ones. So these people, they can be very protective, compassionate. They can take care of others. They can be very charitable eventually in life. They can be involved in doing charity. So you should do also. If you're in a position to, do some charity, donate some maybe vegetarian food to people in old age homes, orphanages, you should, donate. You should do some meaningful charitable work. So all these things, the symbol I have mentioned. The symbol we know of Pisces is also a pair of fish, and here also the symbol is a fish. So they can have a lot of secretive knowledge. They can maintain secrecy about their work, so they can do well in administration also. Now, even politics for that matter, because Mercury is there, Jupiter is there, managerial qualities, so they can do well even in politics. If they have a strong Rahu in their horoscope connected with Saturn or 10th house, they will do well in politics as well. So all these things about Saturn in Revati, but ultimately, these people, they have to be willing to help others. So the more you try to help others, serve others, you will excel in your career and profession. And the more you gain knowledge and do research, investigation, you will do well in your career. So all that about Revati Nakshatra. So that was my take on what results you'll get when Saturn is in different nakshatras, and this is the final part 3. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know in the comment section. If you want personal consultation, details are there in the video description. Do subscribe. And also one more thing, let's all be kind and charitable to people in old age homes, orphanages. Let us donate vegetarian food to them. Let us be vegetarians. Let us be kind, compassionate, merciful to all animals, birds and creatures. See you friends next time. Take care.